Hello everyone, welcome to oNiD Racing presents the SimRace247.com Porsche Spec GT4 League. Bit of a change in the commentary box from usual. My name is Johnny Ashley and I am welcoming my dear friend tonight, Ben Brown.
Good evening everyone, nice to be here, and yeah, we're back, aren't we? It's been a long time since me and you did commentary together, so we usually just leave it to the hands of Adam and Cammy and stuff.
Yeah, I think obviously I jump in with Adam quite a lot and do some kind of secondary, but it's the first time since I think the last Ginetta race of the season. I think it's been last time me and you were on comms, so this will be a good one. I'm looking forward to this. What can we expect from tonight?
Well, we've got Porsche Spec Series, so just on ACC, just the GT4 Porsches, lively, slidey little cars. How many have we got tonight? 22 drivers, 2 races. Yeah, just as ever, I think our GT4 series always seem to have the closest racing, don't they? So it should be very entertaining tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And as you can see, we are at Kyalami tonight for the first of the 2 25-minute races. It's going to be an interesting one. The drivers are saying it's hot. It's South Africa. What do you expect? But it will be a good one. And like in our last Spec League, which was the Ginetta series, with some really, really close racing, which I think is going to be fantastic. The guys are currently out for their 15-minute qualifying session. Slight change from how we usually do things. We usually have a Pro and an Am class in most of our series, but Willie, who runs this series, has decided we're going to go with one class for this championship and see how it goes and see how the battling goes. Hello to everyone in chat. There's quite a few of us, quite a few of you with us so far. So hello Hiker, Casey Gould, hello mate. Peter Jelinek is with us. Now there is some big news this evening, Ben, isn't there?
Go on. Tell us more.
There is a reason that Adam D isn't in the commentary.
Yes, there is.
Now,
let's get him on screen.
For everyone that knows and has been with us for a while, they know that Adam's been crocked. He fell down a curb just after Christmas, delivering parcels, and broke, I think, 5 metatarsals, so basically the whole of his foot. Adam went to the doctors on Friday and he was told that he could come out of his cast, told that he couldn't drive a real car because of safety issues, but when asked if he could drive a fake one in a sim rig, the doctor replied that it would be really good physio for his foot to race a sim car again. So Adam is in this championship. He is back. I raced with him last night in a Jimmy Broadbent event in GT4s, and he was quick. He was back to being, similar pace to me, and it's great to have him back. I'm glad to see him out on track.
Yeah, obviously, we're all extremely happy that Adam's back on track, partly because then it stops him moaning, to be honest. But it's good that he's able to come back and do what he was able to do before. Doesn't have to slum it on a controller anymore when he wants to get involved in things, which is always nice as well. So yeah, we'll be watching him tonight.
He's got a great team name tonight. oNiD Racing Avec Le Peg is his team his team name tonight. So I think he'll be in the mix. I would think maybe he'll be wanting a top 10 tonight, which would be a great result for him. Although we just see him, he's had a little bit of a moment. Look at that. Give him the curse already. Yeah. Welcome back.
We'll say he's just rusty at the minute for now.
Yeah, absolutely. Mercy Caller says, "Oh no, if it's you two, I'm out." Thanks.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah. Cheers for that.
Dog Juice says, "Evening, Ryan. Evening, boys. Evening, everyone." And Yana Shelton, "Evening, mate. Good to have you with us." So tonight is going to be certainly interesting as they are just out on their laps. We've got the first few laps coming in then. Jimbo Mancy straight to the top of the timesheets with a 1:51.642. And Peter Jelinek then in second with a 1:52.365. So we'll wait for him to kind of circle around and do a couple of laps, and then we'll get a good idea of who should be where. Ben, who do you think will be the top 3 in qualifying?
Well, I think we know that just on screen we've got Craig Matheson, who we've seen on stream in a few of the Jimmy Broadbent events, and it turned out he was pretty handy in a GT4 the other week. So I'm expecting him to be up there. We've also got Raul Chakraborty, who both of us raced. Well, we haven't seen him for a while, have we? So it's excellent to have him back, and we know he's quick in GT3 trim. I don't think we've seen him in the GT4s before.
I raced him last night at Imola in the Jimmy event, Open GT4 event, and he was about a half a second quicker than anyone that was in that race.
Okay, so
I've
presumed correctly.
Yeah, it included Craig Matheson in that as well. So, yeah, he was very quick. He looks very good in that Porsche. He'd be one of my picks for the top 3. But of course, there is someone who is currently top of the sheet that we cannot ignore.
No, so unfortunately, we don't like him hearing us say things like this. But yeah, it's hard to look past Jimmy tonight. We know he's quick. As long as he can keep it clean, he should be fine. But we saw in the series in a night where we had the 6 GT4 races that Jimmy was up there fighting with the quick boys. So we'd fully anticipate him to be towards the top of the timing sheets tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. He's very quick in GT3s. We know that. We've seen him in many a championship. He's very quick, and he's trying his hand again at GT4s. So we stepped away from our GT3 league to focus on this. So the good thing that with Jimbo is he puts a lot of time and effort into setting up a car, and he will have some real challenges. Obviously, he's got Chakraborty today. He's got Matheson that are definitely going to be up there. But also he's got a certain Will Dendy who's not with us tonight.
I'm very excited to see those two go against each other, because Will unfortunately not here tonight, but I can attest to how quick Will is. So it'll be a pleasure to watch them going at it for the rest of the season as well.
Yeah, I shared a track with Will in the Clios at Simply Race, and I can also say he is incredibly quick.
Still lost to me.
He did.
The king of the Clios.
But you are the Simply Race king of Clios. Yes, that is very true. If we just flick over to Matheson, then he is currently 4/10 up on his quickest lap, so that will put him right knocking on the door. He's lost a little bit of time coming through there, but he's still 4/10 up, 6/10 up.
We've got while Matheson's finishing the lap as well, we have got just a big shout out. We've got quite a few of the returning GT4 drivers. Always Matheson. Taking the full curb there. That's not the sausage curb that you want to hit on this lap, on this track. No. For anyone that's done the Kyalami.
They call that cheetah, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so cheetah, aka the sausage curb that will send you into the wall if you're not careful. Goes up to 5th even with that. So good lap. Yeah. But yeah, we've got a lot of returning drivers. So we've got Jelinek, Chittle, Leithoff, Medina, Willie himself, the man who organises this championship, back for another crack. So we have a lot of the returnees from last season.
Did you mention Niall Dodds, who actually did he win the Ginettas? Or did Dave win the Ginettas in the end?
I think Dave won it in the end, did he? But yeah, so we knew Niall was quick from those. He was rapid in those Ginettas, so... We've got a few of the rookies in here as well,
and a few come through. And a few oNiD stalwarts as well. So, Heike van der Veen, Adam D, Thunder himself, Jovan Kovacic. They've been in pretty much everything.
As I go to Thunder and he's off the track. Oh no, sorry mate.
And it's good to see some new faces as well. We've got some fantastic new faces in there. Cordero, Bain, Gora, Athlon, Savchuk. Just to name a few, there's quite a few new faces, which is brilliant. So I think it'll be really good.
Stevie B, thank you for the follow and the subscription, mate. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying yourself already. We're only in qualifying, but we're already getting the subscriptions in. Thank you very much.
So, Chakraborty's about to go to the top of the timesheet with a 151.5. So that was a really good lap from Chakraborty there, and he's actually parking it. I don't know if he's going to try and go and get some fresh boots and go out again, but that's a fantastic lap from him.
Yeah, we've got Jimbo's not on a hot lap at the minute, but he's the closest competition, a tenth behind at the minute, and then we've got a little bit of a gap back, but then you can see how close the times are in that top 10 together. Bain, then Cordero, Matheson, followed up by Hellenic. So yeah, the pace is good. It is obviously a little bit different because we have only got the one class, but we do usually see a lot of we see groups, don't we, of people all around the same speed throughout the field, and I'm fully anticipating that's what we're going to end up with tonight, where we've got a lot of battles throughout the field, throughout the race.
That's what I loved about the GT4 race we did last night. There was 22 drivers that started the race, 21 finished, but there was difference in ability throughout the field, but you found there was a gaggle of people wherever you went on track that was fighting for a position, and it was really, really good. And I think that's what GT4 racing breeds more than what you get in GT3 racing. It is really, really good, and you get some really, really fantastic close battles.
Well, the big thing is they're not so limited on aero, so the cars can follow a lot closer, and if you're keeping it smooth, it's easier to carry the speed through the corners, so you usually find that the cars are closer together, especially on the spec series, because there's only a limited amount you can do with the cars that we found in the Ginettas. But then also kind of the driving skill kind of evens out in the GT4s we found as well. The GT3s can be a lot harder to handle for some, and we don't see those kind of same things as much in the GT4s. Bit of racing in quali.
We don't like to see that, but I think it's
well,
I don't know if
Van der
Hiker's
Veen's
actually let him go.
I think he let him past and he's still up, so
yeah. No, that's really good to see. Cordero's just moved up into third. I'm just trying to see if there's any really big movers. Yeah, like I said, Van der Veen is still up, but what's happened to Hiker there? I think Hiker's just gone off, so he's actually lost his time on that lap.
Willie goes faster then, so he's built up the gap behind him, only gets up a pace, but he's up to 11th, 1.4 off the lead.
Adam says, Jesus, this is hard.
Where is Adam at the minute? He's in 15th. It's not too bad.
Yeah, and one thing you'll find with Adam as well is that he tends to get quicker as the race goes on as well. He's very much similar to me and you in that way. Like the qualifying won't be the best, but we seem to be able to get the most out of the car when there's a bit more fuel in it and it feels a bit more grounded. I don't know what it'll be like in the Porsche. I've never driven the Porsche GT4 myself, but
I think I used the Porsche in the first ever GT4 championship we did. So I can tell you it is stable until it's not. So you clip that grass, that car's getting loose. You hit the sausage curb too much, the car's getting loose. So it can be a bit spicy at times, but if you get in the groove with it, it is a really nice car to drive lap after lap through the race speed. So a lot like the Ginetta for me in that sense, actually.
So I'm just having a look then, as Niall Dodds goes second. That's a great lap from him. We did say about Niall, didn't we? We said he'd be up there. Jimbo Mansey's on an invalidated lap at the minute, but he should make it back for another lap before the end. So where do we think where Willie is 11th? Do you think he should be really top 10, shouldn't he?
I think so, but I don't know how I haven't really heard from him on how he's finding the Porsche, because I think a lot of these guys haven't used the Porsche before. So I know Willie's the man of experience in the Camaro for the last couple of months, so I think the Porsches are totally, well, yeah, sorry, he likes to think he is, but the Porsche is definitely a totally different kind of beast than the Camaro is. A lot more turning and a lot better on the brakes. You know, that's more what it's geared towards. So it might take Willie a couple of races to kind of get up to speed with it. But it's also thinking about it. We haven't gone to Kyalami in the GT4s before. I don't think.
No, I'll tell you what, we haven't been to Kyalami an awful lot in our championships. I think we went there once in Mess.
Yeah, we did it. Was it World Series as well? I think either World Series or one of the evals for World Series. I think we did it. But yeah, it's not really been on the list, especially not for GT4s. So
It's
Don't know
definitely...
because... Oh, Casey Gold, he's up. We're just coming to the end, and there's not actually that many people still on laps. So
Yelenik's just invalidated. He was 4 tenths up. We've got Silhorst is a 10th up. He's just started his lap.
Cordero's coming over the line. A couple of tenths up. Let's see what he can do out of the last corner. See if he can sneak past Jimbo.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a good exit out there on his way to the line.
He might just have enough here to spring up.
He's
Yeah, there you go, third place. Good lap from him.
So Jimbo's parked it. He's settling for 4th. Baines in 5th. Matheson in down to 6th. I think the only person left on a lap is Willie Black himself. And he's about 600ths up at the minute. He's just coming through the final corner then. See if he picks up any time through here. I don't think he's quite going to do enough to get up to 11th, so he will probably stay 12th, and he does. So qualifying over then, and maybe a few shocks.
Yeah,
Did you think that Jimbo was going to be 4th?
I didn't think Jimbo was going to be 4th, but I am really impressed that there's a 10th, effectively a 10th between the top 4, which really does highlight what we've got in store for us tonight, in the sense that it's so close.
Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be fantastic. I personally am really looking forward to them 4 going at it. We know that Dodds he's absolutely fantastic in close battles. Him and Dave's battle in the Ginettas was something quite incredible towards the end of the last season. So that was good. We know Jimbo's quick, and if he stays out of trouble, he'll be right there, and he'll stick with these guys. I guess the wild card in the top 4 would be Cordero, because we don't know an awful lot about him. We've seen him over 1 lap. He's fairly quick. So, but then looking further down the field, we've got that middle pack there: Matheson, Jelinek, Chittle, Lythoff, Schipper. That's going to be a hell of a battle in the middle there as well.
Yeah, it's
where did Adam finish? 15th.
15th. Ah, you shouldn't be too sad about that.
No, it's a great effort. So just dipping into the chat. Matt PUK83, evening team oNiD Racing, great coverage as usual. Hello mate, good to have you with us. Hiker, here we go again. I'm put myself in the chat, saying it was my fault. It always is.
It always is.
Sam says sorry, ran to get a snack and drink. He's back. Good lad, Sam. Good to have you back. Just in time for race 1. So I think they've got a short formation.
I was just about to say, I'm pretty sure. Barry Boy 79, thank you for the follow, mate. You just in time. Yeah, I didn't think they were going to have the short formation, but so do you want to explain to people that might not be familiar with GT4 racing why the short formation is quite interesting?
In one phrase, no tyre blankets. So when you come out of that setup screen and you click drive and it's a short formation lap, your tyres are stone cold. They have no tyre blankets like they do in GT3, so it's interesting that Willie's gone for this strategy in his league, because they'll get to turn 1, and considering as well, the run down to turn 1 is downhill, quite a long kind of straight. Their brakes and their tyres are going to be heavily freezing cold by the time they get to turn 1. So usually, you know, Willie would put in a longer formation lap and give everyone a chance to warm their tyres up. But we like to challenge everyone here at oNiD. If it's not wet, it's no tyre blankets. So...
Oh no, it's dry.
Oh no, it's dry.
Oh no,
indeed.
it's dry.
Hiker says it's not my fault this time. My God. Well, I hope Hiker has a good race. Yes, Sam, they will be sliding everywhere going into turn 1. It will be very interesting to see. As then Chakraborty then leads us round the final corner on a short formation lap. Niall Dodds to the right, waiting for that green light. As we are waiting for it then any minute. And away they go then. A great start from Chakraborty. He's managed to keep his nose ahead of Niall Dodds, but Dodds has got the outside coming in down into turn 1, as they stream down the hill. Chakraborty's got the inside. He's managed to keep it. We've got a car off. Oh, that's going to collect a few drivers. It has. That's caused a bit of an accident. Jimbo Mancy's managed to keep clear of that. Got a little tap, but Dodds and Chakraborty are away. It looks like Cordero took the brunt of that car spinning, but he will fight back then. So if we go to the replay, just caught the end of it. But yeah, it does look like Cordero's caught the brunt of it. People being well behaved and holding their brakes though, and rejoining fairly safely. So hopefully not too much damage in the first few corners for them cars. As we go back live to the action then, Chakraborty is leading with Niall Dodds. Only a few tenths back then. This battle will be one to watch throughout the race. They were close in qualifying, so I would expect that they will be close and exactly on each other's bumper for the race. Jimmy Mancy's still then in third. Danny Medina then sticking around the outside and managed to hold off Cordero, but Cordero's going to be wanting to get past and get back up to the lead very, very quickly.
I think so. Cordero got caught up in it. I think it was Jelinek who was the car that lost it on the inside, that somehow ended up on the grass, because he's actually behind him in the orange and
it was that clip. It was the clip on the wall, wasn't it, that bounced him back into traffic. It was really, really unfortunate. But
all of that has meant Adam, I know Shipper's just got past him for position, but Adam's then in 8th, up from 15th. So it's definitely mixed up the grid a little bit. The Willie's up to 5th from 11th on the grid.
That's some good going as well.
Yeah, we've got our biggest mover is Gora in 9th position currently. He's up 10 places as they cross the line. So it definitely mixed it up. I think obviously anyone that got caught on the outside, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was Lathoff, because Lathoff's in the pits. So it might have been Lathoff that lost it. Actually, I apologise. I apologise better.
They're both running Jägermeister liveries, although we can't see them because I don't think they submitted them. But I did see that they were running very, very similar liveries. So yeah, poor old Seb's not had much luck. He was in the Split 2 GT3 drama as well on Sunday. That got me and him caught up in it, as we see Aphelion. It's a good name. That's a great name. Aphelion, yeah, I like that. Making a move on the outside, and he manages. He's currently sitting in 10th position. Woody Black seems to be right on the tail, and I think he's actually just been passed by Matheson, but he's in that battle with Bain, Matheson. Woody holds it round the inside as well. He'll file in behind Matheson and looking to stick to the rear bumper. Great on-board shot this is. This famously where I lost it on that left barrier on the formation lap. Well, I'd get that in there before anyone else mentions it.
Before I mentioned it, yeah, so Bain with a nice move then up the inside, later on the brakes, a little bit of slipstream worked a wonder there, so up to 5th position.
Yeah, it was that's brave. He was brave on the brakes there, a lot braver than Willie was. Danny Medina then, he's still got Cordero behind him, but Cordero's going to go another go at the inside into the final corner.
Cordero, no, he hasn't quite got it done. He has got damage on the front, but he was obviously right at the front of the grid, so we're kind of anticipating, even with the damage on the GT4s is usually fairly kind to you. You do have to get a lot of damage to really slow you down, so it was just hoping that he could just work his way back through the pack, as Jelinek's having a look. Yeah, Jelinek hasn't got too much damage, and he was also near the front. So
there it goes, very wide though, and the Jelinek is through.
So expect these two then. I'd expect these two to move their way through the pack a little bit if the quali pace is anything to judge it by.
Yeah, and we're not even 5 minutes in, it's been frantic.
It's only race 1 as well.
I know.
Should we, we'll go back to the leader just so we can show that they are out there. Chakraborty's still leading, Niall Dodds in 2nd, and Jimbo Mancy in 3rd. These three seem to have broken away from the pack behind then. So they've got a 5-second gap behind Mancy back to Matheson.
Yeah, and I think Matheson will be wanting for these three to close up and start battling to give him that opportunity to get back onto the end of the train and get himself involved as well. But Jimbo seems to be gaining as well a little bit there, so that would be good for him. Yellowneck's still holding off Cordero, and he's going to have a look, not quite at the inside this time, of Danny Medina. But if you can get a good run out of here, going down the hill, you sometimes can get it done at the inside of the right-hander at the end. Depends how close he is. Probably not close enough this time, and Danny's got the inside covered as well. Good little bit of a defender from Danny there. Although he does take it wide on the exit. Now going through Cheetah, this curve is the bane of my life. They've both got through that very, very well. So you see two cars going side by side just in front there. I think it's Chittle and Gora maybe?
I think that was, yes, Chittle just got past Felion, yeah, so Chittle making up a position. Got incident at the front, so I think Dodds has had Chakraborty, sorry, he's had an issue. So his last lap's second off, I assume he's made a mistake out the last corner, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he's hit the sausage curve at Cheetah, maybe.
So now that's really closed it up then, because Chakraborty's kind of folded into that gap between Mansi and Dodds. So Dodds leads, Chakraborty second, and Mansi third. That's really pulled it together. So that's good for Matheson. One thing to note is Mansi currently has the fastest lap as well, so the guy in third has the fastest lap. And
yeah, with a 151.3 as well, which is absolutely rapid. Considering the qualifying best was a 151.3, and he's currently done a 151.3 in the race as well, so he's bang on his qualifying laps. But yeah, like you said, for Matheson, this is going to be great, because if these two get embroiled in a battle, then he will be able to catch up within a 2 or 3 laps time. But I think Chakraborty's got an issue there, because Mansi looked like he was going to take it to the inside, as we see. Then Adam D just losing out to Marek Chittle by the looks of it, as Adam held it on the inside. He's done very well there.
Yeah, nicely held. So
very well.
Yeah, so he did well to just kind of hold the speed. You're right. There's been another. I think Dodds and Chakraborty must have got together on the last corner, because Mansi's also got damage on the left-hand side.
But Mansi got connected in that first.
I'm going to 30-second replay it, because it's obviously important.
Yeah, I saw Mansi. It looked like Chakraborty had a bit of an issue, and Mansi was going to have a look. I wonder.
Oh,
look, Chakraborty.
Yeah, he's just outbraked himself.
Oh dear, yeah. So yeah, unfortunate, outbroke himself, and then he has let Dodds go as well, which is fair. So Dodds is then gone through into second. Chakraborty will filter into third, but very fortunate, and Mansi will be away by a good 5 seconds now. So that is a real gap.
And that's exactly what Matheson wanted. Like, literally just saying.
Yeah.
And now he's right on the back of these two, and both will have damage as well.
Yeah, as Matheson then will have a look on Chakraborty. Chakraborty must have a fair amount of front end damage on after that, and Dodds will have a fair amount of rear end damage. As Matheson then goes to the inside of Chakraborty as they come up to the hairpin at the top of the hill. He's got the outside line. As Chakraborty held the inside, I think he has. Took lots of curb.
Oh, very nice.
Matheson has got it done around the outside.
He was given enough space to make it work, wasn't he? It didn't get forced off the road, so nice driving from both of them, but a very nice move.
You get around the outside as well, get better drive off, and then he's going to have a look at Dodds as well. Don't think he's quite close enough, but he may. Surely not the inside of Cheetah, that would be brave. But Chakraborty's coming back at Matheson here. Oh, as Matheson takes a bit of sausage, but manages to hold it, and it holds off Chakraborty. Yeah, Matheson will be looking to capitalise on this. Get past Dodds as quick as he can and try and scamper away and try and keep up with Jimbo Mansi then. But how much will the damage, that's substantial damage on them two cars, how much is that going to be hindering them?
Well, it doesn't seem to be hindering on the straight, does it? Because Chakraborty got a much better run out the last corner. It's carried the speed down the straight, so maybe it's making it a bit twitchier, but not affecting the top speed.
Yeah, Matheson was a half second quicker than Dodds on that lap, and he was 0.8 quicker than Chakraborty, so both Dodds and Chakraborty in the 54s, with Matheson in the 53s. So I wonder if that damage is impacting the car, but we're only 10 minutes in.
He's 3 wide down the straight. What is this, NASCAR?
As Casey Gould then, as he held the inside. Oh, that was very, very brave. He's managed to... Oh, now, I don't know who that's gone off there. Was that Brogan? Yeah, Declan Brogan then took to the grass.
Yeah, so that's Gold, Van der Veen and Brogan with it going down the straight 3 wide.
Yeah, so Gould's up to 18
this was going to be close.
Yeah, very close. And there was some battles throughout the field as well. Danny Medina is slightly behind Adam D. And Gora, that seems to be a good gaggle of cars just behind this battle as well. See Jelinek then. We did say Jelinek could come back through the pack, and he seems to be doing it very quickly as well. And he seems to be dropping Cordero as well. Cordero then has just got past Gora. Yeah, a lot of orange liveries out there.
It's a bit confusing in the midfield, isn't it? It was like all like the orange colour scheme today, I think. But no, I think Jelinek's working his way back through. Obviously, it's going to get tougher now. He's getting up to the quicker boys. So Felian just runs a little bit wide, but should cover it off. That's Chittle in front as well. There's a 5-second gap back to Hillhorst and Willie Black. So
yeah, I've just seen in the back of your screen there. I think Medina got past Adam D as well in the final corner. So Adam's dropped down to 15th.
Chakraborty's got back past Matheson as well then. So obviously not too damaged, the car, because he's still well, they're still in the 53s. It looks like the pace throughout the field actually has dropped off a little bit. Maybe it's some tyre wear, tyre overheating, because it is a warm one today. So I'm expecting that the front right especially is going to be getting pretty warm. So maybe that's why the pace has dropped, because even Nancy out in front has dropped it back into the 52s, hasn't he? So
he has, yeah.
So it doesn't look like the damage is affecting Chakraborty too much, and Niall doing a good job at the minute in kind of cementing that second place. But the pace throughout the field, you can see, like we can see on our timing screens that like the top 10 are all in the 53s, and then the next 10 are all in like the 54s and 55s, all really close together as well. I'm just going to think back to a Felian. Just had to let Cordero go, I think, there.
Yeah,
there's dropped a couple of spots, so there might have been a little
Medina,
incident.
Look, Medina's just got past Gora there, and Adam's right behind as well. So it's not over for Adam yet. Adam's still got a couple of spaces he can make up. Medina then goes to the inside, and very deep from Gora there, and Adam's going to take that position. He does. Adam and then up into 14th. Gora just too deep on the brakes. As we see Adam then right on the back of Medina as well. If he can get a good run out of the last corner, he'll be looking to... Well, as Medina does go wide, so that might give Adam an opportunity going into the first corner. A big pit straight here. Get plenty of slipstream, tuck in behind. Head down, arse up, as they would say in motorbike racing. But he hasn't quite got enough this time around. Although Medina does go wide. I think he's just going to have done enough to hold it from Adam. Adam's going to have a look on the inside. That's a great little move. Took as much curb as he could on the inside. Yeah, good move from Adam. Adam then moves up into 13th position. 2 places in, 5 corners for Adam. That's a good start.
Yeah, definitely. He did well there not to entangle after Medina had just run slightly wide. They managed to have half a car between them as they went through the S's at the top, so out of turn 1. So nice job from Adam there, getting through on the position. I think next up, Matheson and Chakraborty are just swapping places at this point, so let's go and have a little look. Matheson's back in front and now putting Dodds under some pressure.
Yeah, really good stuff from Matheson. He's really putting the pressure on. Chakraborty is still right there. So these three are really...
Sorry.
Yeah, for anyone listening, Ben's got a really heavy cold, but it hasn't tested positive for COVID. I've got a cold, but have tested positive for COVID.
I didn't quite hit the
If we
mute
all
button in
die-
time.
If we all start coughing and dying at some point, it's totally fine. Just carry on watching.
Yeah, didn't hit the mute button in time. Yeah, so I think these three are just going to be connected to each other for the next 9 minutes by the look of it. I mean, Mancy's over 9 seconds in the lead now with the fresh air.
Yeah,
Doing
me
what he
putting
needs to
a
do.
53. He's obviously taking his foot off the gas a little bit as well. 53.6 his last lap. Knows he's got that gap. Just manage his race now for the last 10 minutes. We promise you viewers he is still leading and he is up there. But we can't really. There's nothing really to show of him. In the battle for second is absolutely raging on. And like you said, Ben, I think this will go on for 9 minutes. I think this will be where the action is.
It does look like so they are starting to suffer with the grip though. We're seeing a lot of cars like kind of starting to run wide on corners that they weren't really struggling on before. So tyre wear and tyre heat, bit of combination of both maybe. Also
Definitely.
the fuel will be coming out as well, so the car's going to be getting looser.
Matheson's going to have a look on the outside. Is he going to? He did this on Chakraborty, didn't he? Round the outside of the hairpin. Can he make it stick?
Exactly
He
the
seems
same
to get...
thing. Look at that. He just gets such a good drive.
Yeah. Right round the outside.
Lovely move.
Yeah, brilliant from Matheson. That line is incredible to hold it out there as well. So Matheson up into second. Chakraborty's going to have a go at Dodds. Little touch, little bump draft, but he is like NASCAR.
It really is. We should just start to get some NASCAR liveries on these cars.
Was that shipper a little sideways in the background, says Sam? Quite possibly. He's comfortably in 5th at the minute, but he has got a Bain and Willie Black. Oh, well, it's got closer than it looked on the initial camera. So that is a good little battle there for 5th position. And again, this is what we said earlier, didn't we? The little gaggles of cars you get generally across GT4 racing. There'll be groups of drivers that are quicker than the group behind, but there's always 3 or 4. Chakraborty then gets through.
He's got through, yeah. But yeah, you can see that, yeah, just like you're saying, the cars are just so... It might not be that the whole grid's super close together, but you get these kind of... You end up with these kind of clusters just fighting backwards and forwards. And these guys have swapped positions how many times in the last couple of laps? I mean, we've seen 4 overtakes and since I can remember just from these 3 cars.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, absolutely. So really good stuff. Willie Black has seemed to... He got past Bain and then got back, and then Bain looked to have got back past him. So them 3 are battling on with Shipper as well, and of course that'll allow Hillhorst in the background.
I think Willie's going to have the run here.
Is he going to have the
just losing the back? Yeah, he's going to have the outside line. This might be the definitive Porsche overtaking opportunity.
Will he make it stick round the outside?
No.
Not quite. Obviously, Matheson's very, very comfortable taking that outside line. He's maybe able to carry a bit more speed through. Willie has got a really nice exit coming down towards the right hander at the bottom of the hill. Not close enough to get a move done, but certainly close enough to think about pressuring Bain into a mistake into Cheetah. Little bit of sausage
a little
curb.
bit of the dink. Seems to be alright. I think that might be the limit on the sausage curb. A little bit of air, but not the full-blown aeroplane. Seems to be the nature of the day.
I don't know what you're on about.
These two still going at it then. Danny and Adam really having a good go with each other. Medina's back in front.
Yeah, Adam's one. He will not let it go. He's not one to be defeated. Is our Adam. Extreme Beef. Hello, mate. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. So yeah, look, Adam's gonna have a go. I think. If I know Adam, he's gonna have a dive at the inside. Oh, he thought about it.
He did think about it, didn't he? He was still thinking about it in the braking zone.
Yeah, he hadn't quite made his mind up.
No.
Hydronox, sup fools? Hello, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Good to see the Xbox boys here. We had a fantastic Circuit Superstars night with them on Friday night in the oNiD Arms. Really good fun.
Hillhorst caught back up. So Hillhorst right at the back of Willie now. Looks like Shipper's broken away. and Bain and Willie were trading places again, and Hillhorse right on the back of them now.
Oh, and Bain gets a little bit loose every time coming up there, and Willie's going to have a go on the inside, I think. He has had a go on the inside. Nice pass from Willie, that. Really nice pass. Got that done, and Hillhorse is just going to tuck him behind Bain. Yes, Beef, there does need to be a rematch at some point, definitely, because PC Boys came out on top, although Hydronox did win the majority of the races.
Oh, I don't believe you. All I remember is Hydra punting me off in my first ever online race of Circuit Superstars, so thanks for that, mate.
Hydronox says Adam's got a few Circuit Superstar manoeuvres in mind to pass, I'm sure. I'm sure with, well, I hope not. I hope we don't see a Circuit Superstars pass. As Bain then is right on the backside. Now, Willie's clever here. He's covered the inside early. Got to be brave on the brakes to take him to Willie Black's school of defending.
3 round the corner. So we had 3 down the straight earlier, and we're going to have... is Hillhorse going to try and carry it through? He did try. That was a good effort. I mean, that would have been amazing if he'd have gone round the outside, because he'd got Bain, hadn't he? And then he nearly had Willie as well. Yeah,
fantastic. It was a really good effort. But again, this is what we expect from these leagues. You know, the Ginettas provided some fantastic action. It looks like he's going to do the same as well. A little mention to Heike van der Veen, who's worked his way up to 18th, by the way. I think he's just got past Guerrero. Guerrero's showing the yellow flag. So
he's in the pits, I'm not sure what's happened there. That is probably a cheater-related incident, I would assume. That's the main bit where people can hit the wall, isn't it?
Yeah, well, considering Heike's 10 seconds into his lap, I can assume that Guerrero maybe had a bit of an issue through cheater. But Heike in up to 18th, as we still see this battle raging on.
Willie's run wide. Oh, Willie!
Oh no, as we see Willie Black then in the wall.
I'm sorry, Willie's not going to enjoy me doing this button.
So Hydronox has literally...
Willie just got out on the grass, look.
Oh, nearly wipes out Bain and nearly takes out Hillhorse, but manages to dodge them both and hits a wall. So that's unlucky from Willie. A good rejoin as well there from Willie. So then, so Stein Hillhorse, what a great name. Has worked his way up into 7th position.
Look who's behind them as well in the Jaeger car. Spencer Jelinek worked his way up to 8th. A big shout out Cordero as well, has worked his way up to 9th with the damage. So great work from these two after the getting involved in that incident at turn 1.
Yes, Hydronox, that comment did age well.
Oh yeah, I've just seen that. Fantastic racing, Willie has really grown over the years.
And he's in a wall.
I did say as Bain just runs out wide there, just losing it on the brakes a little bit, just snapped on him.
And Jelinek's going to come through as well, I think, or at least have a look. He does come through then. Jelinek up into 7th.
As we said in the intro, it's not like some of the safer GT4s, is it? It is very... I can tell you from my experience of using the car, if you get on the power at a slight angle on the grass, it's going. And I think Black spinning about summarises what this car can do.
It does have potential to kill you. Not as bad as the Macca.
No.
But it does have potential. It does have potential to kill you. As we have Bain then, he's going to have a look. I thought he was going to have a look at Jelinek, but Jelinek covered it off. Jelinek's looking at Hillhorse, so... Good from Jelinek. He's come back really well. He was, 15th at some point, so he's worked his way back up to 7th, so... That's a really, really good effort. As
Whoa, that's a send.
Oh, and he's just touched Hillhorse as well, and Bain and Hillhorse have come together then. Which is then going to allow Cordero to come through on Bain, and of course allow Willie Blackhammer to pick up a couple of positions as well. So Hillhorse, that was unlucky there. It was definitely not his fault.
No,
One for the stewards after the race, I'm sure.
It looked like Bain just mixed up his braking point being so close behind the car in front, and actually outbraked himself so much he hit Hillhorse rather than Jelinek. So Jelinek gets a freebie up to 6th. So good comeback from him.
Very good effort. So as Mancy then takes the white flag. Sorry, that was a NASCAR term. Oh, Adam's got past back Medina. So Adam then up to 13th, and this one might be one to watch on the last lap. We'll make sure we pick Mancy up as he crosses the line, but I don't think this one is going to be over. Savchuk there. What's happened to him? There is a replay coming. I think this might be a cheater moment.
This is a cheater moment. We finally got one.
Oh, there we go.
He's actually gone into the right wall. That's really unfortunate for him.
He tried to brake, and I think as the car's landed on full brakes, it's fired him off to the right. But he'll continue to go in. So as Mr. Mancy then, our very own Jimbo Mancy, coming up to Cheetah now. And he goes come through Cheetah, no problems for him, no. Takes a nice bit of curve on the exit into the final corner. Fairly comfortable in the end. What we thought was going to be a bit of a shaky start. Benefited, and will take race 1 then. Jimbo Mancy over the line to finish first. Great race from him. Did well to manage it. Matheson and Chakraborty not quite all over, but Matheson will then benefit from that issue from Chakraborty and Dodds to take second. Chakraborty then takes third. And I said this battle wasn't over. Danny Medina is going to have a look at Adam. Just don't do a full Johnny send.
Let's go for the full Johnny send. Yes, yes.
He is going to go for it. Adam turns in.
No.
Oh.
Okay. Not yes, yes.
No,
that was just all a little bit too late, wasn't it? I think he's probably going to let Adam go, yeah. So Gora's got 2 free places, and I don't think Adam will be too annoyed. He'll be annoyed, but I think he'll just be happy to having a good scrapple race, because those two have been going at it that entire time that race has been going. It's just a shame it's ended like that, but I think it was just trying to brake with dirt on the tyres, just coming off the grass. It just wasn't going to work.
It wasn't. Adam still finishes 14th, Danny Medina in 15th. Casey Gould will come home in 16th. Max Savchuk will come home in 17th after that issue on Cheetah. Heike van der Veen out of the box. Love it. Don't spin it there though. Oh, well held, sir. Out of the box racing. I like it. I'm always laughing at him to send to get back in his box. But well done, Heike. Good finish. Kept it going to the end. Seb Lythoff then will not finish last, considering he had a big issue into turn 1. So he will finish 19th. And there's only one car to finish, I believe, and that is Jovan Kovacic. He will be coming across the line shortly. Well done, Seb. Good finish. He carried on to the end. That's the main thing. And there's Mr. Kovacic going nice and wide for us, having a bit of a celebration on the last corner. That's solid 20th. Yes, Adam D is back on the rig. Who went Danny Rick into turn 1? I think it was Seb Lythoff that had a bit of an issue. Unfortunately, Jimbo, he hit the wall, which bounced him back across the track and into traffic. Heike van der Veen, I want the Ginny. This car is not for me. Heike, once you've had the Ginny, you don't want to go back to anything else. Heike had great fun in the Ginny last night at Imola. At least gained 4 places. You did, mate. That was a great finish. I was just saying, you just on stream as you nearly binned it at Cheetah, but no, it was a great finish from yourself, mate. Well done. So that was a fast-paced race. I can't believe that's 25 minutes done already.
I've still got one more to go as well.
No.
Do you want to take a minute? We'll have a quick video, and then we'll be right back in a minute.
Absolutely. So, we are at Kyalami this week. We have 5, well, I suppose we have 10 more rounds after this one, but 10 more races in 5 rounds. We're at Paul Ricard next week, and then across to Zolder, Suzuka, Mazzano and Zandvoort. An actually really nice looking calendar that Willie's put together here. Some of my favourite tracks in there. Shame I just can't drive the Porsche.
And I think quite a few of them are debuts on the GT4s. Zandvoort we've done before and Zolder we've done before. But Suzuka and Paul Ricard I don't think we've done before in the GT4. So, yeah,
No,
nice bit of change.
I've done a 2.5 hour race at Suzuka when I was on the Xbox. We did an event when we first opened up, and I was in the Mercedes AMG, and that was really good fun at Suzuka. I had a really good battle. Really good battle that day when I was racing that, so that's a good addition. As they're already coming around the last corner then, ready for another frantic 25-minute race. Jimbo Mansi will start from 4th, because obviously he qualified 4th in the one qualifying session for the 2 races, and Chakraborty will lead us down towards the start then, waiting for the green light. Any second, there we go, green light. Chakraborty then will look to scamper away. He's held the inside. Noel Dodds has got a fantastic start again though, and Cordero as well. Hopefully there'll be no issues this time around, as Mansi then looks to go around the outside of Cordero. He'll look to get that done. Dodds goes a little bit wide. Mansi then goes up into 3rd. Dodds is looking at the inside of Chakraborty, but Chakraborty manages to hold it. Mansi then looking right at the back of this, and it looks like Cordero has lost out there. I'm not quite sure who that... It looks like Matheson that's come straight through there. But, as we see Olivia Guerrera in the wall. A little bit of problems towards the back. A few yellow flags waving. But Dodds then has got past, and Dodds is in the lead, and Mansi's going to have a look... Doesn't quite have a look at Chakraborty. Very, very close. This is what we were hoping the start of the last race would be. Fantastic stuff, as Dodds then is in the lead. Chakraborty in 2nd as they head up the hill towards the hairpin. Mansi in 3rd, Matheson in 4th, Cordero 5th, Bain in 6th. Lythoff has managed to have a good start and is in 7th. Schitzel in 8th, Jelinek and then Black to round out the top 10. But Dodds is looking to get away, as we see Danny Medina then having a look at... I think he's got past Shipper. It looks like Shipper. Or yeah, I don't know quite who that is, but no, Shipper's managed to get up in front of Medina then, and it looks like that is Felion who's battling Medina then for 13th position as they make their way through Cheetah. All safely done, so Dodd still leads away. Matheson right on the tail of Jimbo Mansi. What a first lap.
Well, it is also, we didn't have the big crash that we had at the start of the first race, so you can see that the pack's much more condensed up this time. We haven't got the same gap between the top 3 or 4 to everyone else, so it could be interesting. We've also got Cordero, obviously, who got caught up with the damage in 5th place. Leifoff, who was obviously involved, and he's in 7th, and Jelinek in 9th. So these guys who had to work their way back through a little bit last race are more involved this time. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep up with the leader's pace.
It's really good stuff, and it's really bunching that pack up. The more these front 4 battle, the more 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th will be right there as well. So it may... The accident last time around did mix up the grid, but the battling this time around may mix it up as well and give some people the opportunity to gain some podium positions maybe. As we see Bain go run a little bit wide there. Jimmy Mansi then right on the rear bumper of Chakraborty. Watch out for Matheson though. Matheson does like going around the outside of this hairpin. I don't think he's quite close enough this time around. He sticks to the inside right on the tail of Mansi, as Matheson currently holds the fastest lap of the race. But all the battling between these 3 means that Dodds has managed to get a little bit of a gap. Only 7 tenths, but it is a gap nonetheless, and in GT4s that can make all the difference. As we see Mansi then clip Chakraborty, And Matheson goes around the outside. Wow! Surely not 3 wide into Cheetah. No, they went. Oh,
man, yeah, Jimbo's hit the sausage curb. Oh, and Lathov's lost it as well.
Oh dear, that's an unfortunate accident more than anything else. Was unfortunate.
There you go, we'll
for
go
Manti.
back just to see we're on board with Lathov. It's all happening in front of him. Oh, he nearly got through it. I mean, he has got the throttle absolutely pinned to try and get through that gap, but yeah, not much he can do.
So that means Manti is back in the pits with severe damage. Lathov is on his way down. He is down in 10th. And Dodds is the winner, and Matheson are the winner of this one.
Yeah, they've got a gap out front. Chakraborty's still there or thereabouts in 3rd, so he managed to survive, and Chittle up to 4th place then as well, leading the follow-up pack from 4th down.
And Jimbo's in chat. Was unfortunate, mate. That curb at Cheetah has killed some of the best of us and some of the worst of us.
I think everybody who's tried Kyalami has been killed out by that curb at least once.
Yeah, I did think when there looked like there was going to 3 cars going through Cheetah, I didn't think that was going to happen. Just unfortunately you had that inside line and the curb is not forgiving. But the biggest benefit really is Dodds. Dodds managed to get a 2.5 second gap from Matheson, then Chakraborty down in 3rd. Chittle's made his way up into 4th, Bain in 5th, Hillhorse in 6th, Shipper 7th, Jelinek 8th, Willie Black up into 9th, and Lathov with work damage is still 10th, so he's still out there and he's still going. But I'm just looking at the timing screen here, and it's got a nice little orange gap provider on our race control. And between 6th and 16th, they were all within a second of each other.
Yeah, so I don't really know who to pick up because they're all kind of side by side. I think we've just lost Bain though out of the last corner, unfortunately.
That is unfortunate.
So Bain's had a moment. Shipper looks like he's just lost a place as well. And down the straight.
Like Seb Lathov has
that's
made
a dive.
Oh,
no, wrong car. Apologies. But yeah, it's so difficult to work out how to watch because everyone's just so close together. I think Shipper's just got back past Lathov, so he's back up into 8th place. But yeah, that pack, Chakraborty up front is closing on Matheson as well, so we'll pick that up in a minute when they get a little bit closer. So it's Dodds, Matheson, Chakraborty at the front, and then the rest of them. As we can, let's just say it's the rest of them because there's so many of them.
Yeah. Absolutely, and it's great to see. I just want to mention Manti, although he's had a big accident there, he's on his way back out. He's been fixed. He's on his way back out. Where do we think he's going to finish?
Last.
He is probably a lap down, but
I think he might be 2 laps down after all that. I'm not sure. So that's going to be a tough crack from there.
Anything is doable though. It only takes a couple of accidents.
That's true.
And he can pick up some well-deserved points. Greg thinks he's finishing 21st. Good effort. Thanks. Let's take predictions where Manti's going to finish.
Get that prediction on.
Yeah. Put a poll up.
I think our most unlucky person of the day goes to Carlos, who I think got caught up in that dramatic Cheetah again. So he's again. It doesn't look like he's got as much damage as he did last time. The bonnet is in one piece.
You know whose luck he's got?
Go on.
He's got Greg Prescott luck.
Oh, Greg. The unluckiest man at oNiD, I think. Always gets caught up with someone else's incident. So big shout out, Greg.
Yeah, great to see Greg back in the rookie league this season. Greg, has the missus allowed you to race on your anniversary? He messaged me earlier on in the week saying, it's my anniversary, unless she's being really nice, I'm probably not going to make the race. I was like, that's fair. He's like, no.
To be fair, I'm missing an endurance race because of an anniversary, aren't I? So I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, I know. I don't blame him either. Yeah, I'd rather race with my knackers intact.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we do occasionally care about ourselves being in one piece.
Yeah, People look after the missus for self-preservation.
Yes.
So Chakraborty's got the quickest lap of the race so far. He's only half a second behind Matheson. Dodds has managed to increase that gap to 2.9 seconds at the minute. But Chakraborty with a 1:51.5 on his last lap. Sam, you missed. You came back from smoke and saw someone facing the wall. What did I miss? You actually missed Jimbo Mancy getting squeezed at the inside of Cheetah, hitting the curb and causing almighty hell. That's what you missed, but they're all still going. All 22 drivers are still out there, which is fantastic to see. Mike van der Veen up to 16th. He's a big winner out of that one. Cordero is probably the biggest loser, down in 13th. Seb Leifoff, considering he got caught up and well, he probably shouldn't have been caught up in it, but was caught up in it with that damage, has managed to stay in 9th. But there is a nice little train forming. Oh, it's so nice to see him coming down the hill as well at Kyalami. Down into the first corner as they stream their way into...
Definitely not a flat track. I'm not sure. I think that's Guerrero just getting out of the way.
I think he's just parking it.
Oh, no.
Realised,
No.
He's...
I think, to be honest, he's probably... Because he's been in the pits with damage, I think he just wants to stay well out of the way and just get on and do his laps by the look of it. So fair play. Keeps it well out of the way.
Will Mancy finish last?
Yes. Someone's put a lot of their channel points on that.
They have.
Is that Greg again? Madman.
Like it. Good effort. So 100% of people so far. 3 people have voted no, and 1 person has voted yes.
If I could vote on it, I'd have a go. But
yeah, I can't as the one with the channel.
9k. Channel points? What channel points?
Yeah. Don't disappoint me. I've got 9k on you. Yeah, that's brilliant, mate. I love it. Faith in the man. But if we see Guerrero keep pulling over to let cars go by, there's every possibility he might not finish.
Yeah, because they are on the same lap. I will warn you, they are on the same lap as each other in 21st and 22nd, so we'll see. Just having a look, Adam's getting involved again. I think Cordero's just made his way past. Adam with the undercut of Cheetah though, as Cordero uses all the sausage curve on the inside. He's going to try around the outside. Yeah, he's going to try around the outside. I thought he was going to try the undercut, but
everyone seems to be cheering on Mancy. Come on, Mancy. Fantastic. So Adam is then having a look at Cordero, but he has got Gora and Gould right behind him as well. Gould covers off Gora.
Oh, I thought he'd braked early, but actually Cordero was actually a little bit late on the brakes. So Adam then still in contention here, tucked up. I think Cordero using all the track, and we know Cordero's got pace, so that might be that.
I'll tell you, whoever does our liveries, they look spot on, don't they? The only racing. I must thank you at some point.
Thanks. They look sparkly at the minute.
They do.
I like the metallic approach since we moved from the more poppy.
Yeah, and I think the only point I've ever had on our liveries is the nice bit of gold.
Yes, which started with the NSX, I think. Yeah.
It was, yeah. Me and you sat on a chat one night, and I was like, "What we need is a bit of gold in there."
Job's a good one. It's because of the old Cam Sport Gold, wasn't it? When we had the oNiD Cam Sport car on. Yeah. Do you remember the original Porsche? It was like black with the purple and gold on either side. Yeah. Kind of
Hydrodox has just done a fantastic comment. Mancy, he's our man. If he can't do it, Guerrero might. So yeah, this was really raging up.
Yeah, so we have. I will say we've missed Chat Reporter getting past Matheson, but Matheson, I'll flick to it. Matheson is
not over.
It's not over yet. No, so we both know that they were pretty comparable on times in the first race. But Niall's doing what he needs to do up front, isn't he? His pace. He's actually pulling away from them both while they're fighting with each other. So Dodd's out in the lead now. It's a 4-second lead, which is great for him after getting a little bit bumped around in that first race. To come out of that cleanly. That'll be a brave one there if Matheson's going to make it stick. It's not a usual overtaking spot.
He's had a good go though, and I think
had a go. This is not.
He's got the inside for this corner.
This is definitely not an overtaking spot, but if he's side by side,
he's got it.
Chat report. No, chat report too.
Is Matheson going to dive to the outside?
Yeah, we might call this Matheson corner at the end of this because this could be the third time that he's gone around the outside of someone. Not quite this time. Try the undercut.
Not quite.
Ooh, he didn't need to take the undercut. I think Chakraborty just got bogged down a little bit. Great move.
Mr. Shelton, thank you for the subscription. Legend. Really do appreciate that. Does really help the community, so appreciate that. Mancy update, he's 15 seconds behind Guerra.
Someone's about to lose a fairer whack of channel points, I think. Whoever voted yes. Sorry. Let's have a little look down there.
Oh, we've got a go Hillhorst. Ruben Spelt. Hello, mate. How are you? Welcome to the chat.
Hey, he's doing really well actually. To butt in, he's in 5th. So after the unfortunate finish the last race where he got tagged on the penultimate corner, wasn't it? Penultimate corner. And lost a couple of places. Yeah, up to 5th. Very nice from him. He's at the front of this train actually as we're looking at Shipper on the back of Jelinek. But all around the same pace, so don't anticipate that these guys will be stretching out. I think these guys will be fighting all race by the look of it.
Yeah, it's another one of them battles that will be helping Willie Black as well get to the back of this little train. Willie does love the GT4 racing, doesn't he? And he does love anything that resembles a touring car in any way, shape or form.
No, and as you say, it might not always be the quickest in qualifying, but he does have a knack in race trim of pulling it together and kind of working his way through the pack. And he's done it. He did it in the first race, and he's doing exactly the same thing in the second race. Well, I'm just going to flick forward because Hillhorst has got Petter Jelinek all over him, using a lot of curb. Well, the curb's bigger than the car. Jeez.
So as they head up then towards Matheson corner, I like it. It's going to stay.
We'll have to do a little poster for him and post it up on Discord later that we've renamed it.
The Matheson corner.
Yeah,
we like it. Fantastic. So as we see then Jelinek right in the rear bumper of Hillhorst. Is Jelinek going to be close enough to have a go into the right-hander at the bottom of the hill? No, not quite this time. But he's got, looks like a good run. He won't be going to go through Cheetah. Only madmen do that.
And see.
Yeah, as Hillhorst then manages to keep that field position from Petter Jelinek. They both take as much curve as they can. And Hillhorst has managed to pull out a little bit of a gap there, which is actually a fairly reasonable gap for a GT4. So, as we see, then Medina, is that currently...
It's Medina and Adam again.
Yeah, I'll just see that Adam's got past, he's working his way up. Cadera's obviously then pushed Medina back into Adam, but Casey Gould is all over the back of Adam as well. Adam goes middle of the road to defend. Gould will be looking to try and cut back, but Adam does well, takes as much curb as he can, holds that position well. So Adam holds 13th, but I've raced Casey quite a few times, and he's been in that Porsche a few times. I've raced him as well, so it should be a car that's very familiar to him. It's good to see Casey back as well from our friends over at Zealous Racing in the States. He is Mr. Keg for anyone who doesn't know him. He's raced with us quite a few times in the GT4s, which is great to see. As we see Shipper then, the Jelinek Hillhorst battlers means that Shipper's got right on the tail as well, and he's brought along Mr. Black with him. So with 6 minutes to go, this could get tasty towards the end.
notes to say that Mathiesen and Chakraborty have swapped places again. So Mathiesen then in second, Chakraborty in third. It's just running a little bit wide, Hill Horse, but carries the speed nicely. Actually carried the speed very nicely there. Maybe that's the optimum line, because that was really nice.
It was very good. It must be a GT4 line. I'm not quite sure you could get away with it in a GT3. Yana Shelton wants a Mansi update. He is currently 5.7 seconds behind Guerra. So he is catching him very, very quickly.
Shelton praying right now for the sake of the for the sake of the channel points. I think we've just lost Thunder somewhere. I'm just seeing a yellow flag on screen. Thunder, yeah, returning. The quick left-right seems to have claimed its first victim of the day. I don't think we've actually seen anyone crash there. It's usually a GT3 crash central, isn't it? So
yeah, it's a very challenging corner, as he's surely not going to go 3 wide. Then Schipper then goes to the outside of Jelinek. It's a brave place to do it there. He will run a little bit wide and bring Willie into the mix. As Willie has a look at the inside, not quite close enough this time.
Very tricky corner to try and dive up the inside, because it's actually a lot faster, that corner, than it looks.
Yeah.
You're only on the brakes for a small amount of time, but Schipper there using all the curb, Willie using all the track, and some of not the track, but it worked, and we didn't spit him off this time. So the battle continues.
It is a good point that Hydronauts has just made, actually, on the Mansi update. He is 1.6 seconds behind Guerra, but I think he's actually a further lap down.
Oh, is he a further lap down? Have we been getting people's hopes up?
I think we might have done, yeah. I'm just having a look. They're on the same lap at the minute, but Guerra is at +1 lap and Mansi's +2. As we see, yeah, Mansi goes a little bit wide there. Yeah, I think we might have accidentally got people's hopes up there.
What? I did say, it was when I put the prediction up, I did warn you that I thought he might have been an extra lap, and then I've forgotten that fact after the predictions closed.
So the winner of this might be Sam, actually. Sam's the one that bet that he wouldn't make it a position, so...
Well, we've still got plenty of time. Well, I say plenty of time, there's 4 minutes. What am I saying? It's whizzed by. So hopefully nobody wins it. This is the fight for second then. Chakraborty on the back of Mathiesen. These two have just been connected all race. Niall Dodd's now with a 5-second lead, so and still putting in good times as well. So it looks like he's got this one, as long as he can keep it on the road. So it should be okay.
Yeah, it should be job done. Chittle up into 4th. Hill Horse is still holding on to 5th. Jelinek, Schipper, Black, Lykoff, Bellium, Cadero, Medina. Gould has got past Adam D. So I don't know if Adam's had an issue, because he's actually dropped 2.5 seconds behind Gould. Gora in 15th. Bain is still going, he's in 16th. Declan Brogan 17th. Heike van der Veen in 18th. Savchuk in 19th. Kovacic, or Savchuk is just in the pits. Interesting.
Oh yeah, look at the damage on the front. Looks like he's had enough. Oh, there's some people praying right now.
There is, yeah. This is the Mansi. So Mansi has moved past Guerrero
on track,
but he's still but he's still a lap down. But obviously, with Savchuk in the pits, if Savchuk doesn't come back out, Mansi might not finish last.
I think Sam is the only person that predicted that he'd finish last, and everybody else has predicted that he will finish above 20 seconds. So, Mansi, watch ahoy. Ooh, it's a bit tight on the first corner, double move. Chittle trying. He's
defending from a Hill Horse, and he's going to get Jelinek through as well. Jelinek's through as well, and Schipper might be through as well. That's going to be close. Oh, 3 wide into this corner is not the way to go. But I think Schipper's seen what was coming up. Jelinek then very close, looking around the outside. We'll have the inside for the next corner. So he might get this move done, and I think he has. He'll just hold him around the outside.
Lovely move.
Yeah, it looks
Great
like
racing. Great racing.
Yeah.
I think Chittil then just had a slightly slower lap last lap. Maybe lost a bit of time, and then that let Hillhorst get on the back of him, and the rest of them, because there was a big pack there, which was sat about a second behind.
Willie's still there. Willie's still there as well, as we see. I think Shipper then having a look on the outside of Chittle. Willie goes a little bit wide. Oh, and then we see Shipper pull out to the inside. This is going to be brave.
Chittle, yeah, Chittle had a big one there. He was just on the outside, wasn't he?
So Savchuk's got to stop and go. Well called, Yana shouting.
He's going to come up to the line then, because if he doesn't take it before the end of the race, he'll get a penalty. So
he will.
I think Mancy's going to finish 21st.
I think Mancy is going to finish 21st.
I think that. Ooh, unless he's still a lap behind. I can't tell anymore. I can't tell. I don't want to say anything until we finish.
So yes, Gera and Savchuk are currently. Oh, I'm not sure. You know, it's going to be close. Savchuk's just at a moment. He's got a yellow flag.
So it's your fight for second.
So Dodds is going to run away with this one. A nice 5.5 second lead. He will take the checkered flag, all being well. He's just gone round Matheson corner. Oh no, he's just coming up to Matheson corner. I apologise. As we see these two then still battling. Trackport, he lost a little bit of time to Matheson there. As they make their way up to Matheson corner. Trackport is not as close as he wants to be. As Dodds then makes his way. You just see him coming through the bottom of your shot there. As he makes his way down to the right-hander at the bottom of the hill. And he'll be heading down towards Cheetah for the last time. There's a little bit wide on exit, but that won't matter as long as he's got... And he goes through Cheetah. Yeah, plenty of track warnings to spare. Makes his way into the last corner then. So comfortable win for Niall Dodds in the end. Due to an unfortunate accident at Cheetah, he has managed to get away. A little flash of the lights. Well done, Niall Dodds. He will take the checkered flag then. Looks like Matheson has held on for second. He has. Chakraborty then will cross the line in third.
Did Matheson finish second in both races then? In the end,
I think he may have done. Yes, so he might be our provisional.
Yeah, he'll be our championship leader, I think.
It will, as we see Jelinek then, Hillhorse, Jelinek, Shipper, Black, Chittle. Life-Off manages to finish in ninth. That's a good effort from him. He picks up quite a bit of damage. As Casey Gould then has managed to get away from Adam, and he's still having a go at Danny Medina, even coming across the line. They will be very, very close. Danny Medina holds it. Danny Medina in 12th, Casey Gould in 13th. Adam D will be the next across the line in 14th. As we see then Bain, Gora, then Bain. Bain just across the line.
Mancy's going to finish last. I'm sorry, everyone.
Mancy has finished last.
So, because he was behind the leader on the track when the leaders crossed the line, that's it. The penalty won't push him back any further. So, one of the quirks with ACC.
But he finished, that's the main thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And fair play because of the damage. Absolutely fair play for finishing.
Yeah. So, that was some fantastic racing for the first round of the SimRace247.com Porsche GT4 Spec League. I hope you all enjoyed that. We certainly did. Sorry who bet on Mancy finishing not last, but hey ho. Greg says he's now poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to shout in 9k gone in 25 minutes. It just means you have to watch us some more to gain it back, doesn't it? That's the main thing. And I'm sure you will. So yeah, that was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. What about you?
Yeah, just great stuff all the way through. We had some Yeah, just constant fighting throughout the both races. So really, really happy to see so many cars fighting throughout the field. Everyone seemed to have someone around them that at some point they'd be having a little fight with. And aside from a couple of little knocks, mainly in race one, wasn't it? We had the one moment in race two, but it just got cleaner. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come.
Now, usually after a race, we sometimes ask the winners of the races to come in and join us, but not this time.
No.
Not this time. We have got joining us for all the way from 14th position, Adam D.
The losers instead of the winners. Yeah.
Adam, how did you get on? It looked like you're having some really good battles out there.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, race one, I was like Moses. Everything just parted in front of me. It was great, and I found myself 7th at the end of lap one. It was just just one of those moments where everything disappears to the side in front of you. But my pace is so far off on those cars. Obviously still getting used to being back in the rig, and I've never driven that car before. Plus I don't have a huge amount of experience of Kyalami either. So put all of that together, and that was a tough night. But yeah, some really good battles. I mean, especially with Medina in race one. I mean, I know there was a coming together towards the end, but he did wait for me and apologised afterwards. So fair play. But we had some great battles.
No, it was fantastic. And when we were praying that Medina would have a go at you on the last lap in race one.
He did, yes.
He did. He just didn't quite make it stick, and I think he did take a bit of dirt on the tyres, so braking was going to be an issue for him when he got down to that corner. So,
yeah, and also I'm super early on the brakes into that corner because I've been really struggling into there all night. That when I'm having to brake heavy down into that corner, the rear just wants to step out, and I've put brake bias all the way forward and done all kinds of things to try and negate it, but I'm still struggling with that. So I think a lot of that is just getting used to this porker. But I've got time.
Yeah, it was really good. And just to fill you in on what's been going in race two, so Jimbo Mansi had a bit of an issue in race two, ended up having to go back to the pits, came back out, and we had a bit of a poll that would he finish last or not? And everyone kind of, apart from one person, voted that no, he wouldn't finish last. Mine and Ben's friend Sam, Mercy Caller, as you might know him, actually betted and said yes, he will finish last, and he did finish last, and has just won 23,268 channel points.
Fantastic. Oh dear.
Yana Shouting lost 9,000 channel points because he betted against him.
Eek. Who is Mr. Keg 24 in game?
That is Casey Gould.
Oh, is it? Yeah. We did have a good battle in the second race. We were side by side through the flat left-hander, and literally rubbing doors through the flat left. It was a great battle, and then he got past and just disappeared off into the distance because I really faded in the second half. But
Casey has historically used the Porsche in the GT4 Open GT4
yeah, of
race.
course, yeah.
So he is quite used to that car. But it was some fantastic racing. It was really good for us. Sat watching the first lap of both races. I couldn't get a breath. It was full on with incidents or with fantastic battling. And watch it back. The Matheson Chakraborty battles in both races were incredible. And the hairpin at the top of the hill, we've actually renamed Matheson Corner because he could manage to hold the outside line and overtake people there, which was fantastic to watch.
At one point, I knew that I was on stream in a battle with Medina, and I tried to go for the old switcheroo just because I knew it would get you a little bit excited. But just the back end of the car did not want to play ball. So, but no, it was really good. And you say that you couldn't take a breath in comms. Completely different in the voice chat. I have never heard such concentration It was silence, and not because we didn't want to chat, but you just have to concentrate so hard with those things. And you know, you could almost hear everyone's cogs whirring. It was
Yeah, and
yeah, really good.
the feedback from what we've got from some of the drivers already, Mr. Keg, well done, oNiD, some of the best racing in ACC. Michael Shipper, great racing. Texate, really good battles in the midfield. Heike van der Veen, even I had a decent time, which is good to hear.
That's saying something for you just lately, Hiker. Good
Yeah,
man. Good man.
Even Mancy, cheers guys. At least one race wasn't wrecked.
That's quite positive for him.
Yeah, it was really good. So no, I think it was good. It was fantastic to watch from our point of view. And yeah, I just hope every round's like that. There's some great tracks coming up. You know, Suzuka is going to be one that I'm really, really looking forward to.
Oh, I'm not.
I've had some brilliant battles in GT4s there. I can't wait to watch them. It'll be about an 18-minute lap. But yeah, it will be really fun to watch. And there's some places, Zandvoort's older, we've been before, which will be fantastic. So
I tell you, one of the things that really mixed it up was the fact that, and Willie forgot to tell us during driver's briefing, so it was a bit of a shock for us all when we hit the grid. But the short formation lap.
You were going to say that.
Yeah, we did pick up on that. Yeah,
us as well.
Yeah, I mean, I know why he's done it, because we're running a lot longer tracks in this series, so it makes sense. And I think, you know, by race 2, everyone kind of got it, but in race 1, I think that's where a lot of the early carnage came from, was just people not being used to battling side by side on cold tires and with cold brakes. But it was, do you know what? It was interesting, you know, having to fight with people at the same time as having no temperature in anything whatsoever. So, you know, fair play to you, Willie. That was a good shout.
Yeah, and he's just said it will be a short formation, all of the league, which I think adds a little bit of something to it as well, because you have to then really, really concentrate into turn 1. You know, you're going to have cold tyres, you're going to have cold brakes going into turn 1, especially at Kyalami. You know, that run down to turn 1 is so long. It is going to add a challenge. And can you imagine cold tyres and brakes going into the first corner at Suzuka? Everyone's going to have to be really on their game.
We're not going to Monza, are we?
I don't believe so. No, we've got Kyalami,
right,
and then
I was just imagining cold tyres and brakes into T1 at Monza.
So you got Paul Ricard next, then we've got Zolder, Suzuka, Mazzano, and then the finale at Zandvoort. Oh, Willie's just said cold, wet tyres. Oh, I can't think of anything worse. Thank God
at
I'm
least,
sat here.
To be fair, the wet tires will get up to temperature fairly quick, very quick. So 1 or 2 corners will be fine. Not quite as bad. It will be the brakes that will be the problem.
Where's it going to be wet?
Brakes.
Where's it going to be wet, Willie? I didn't want to say wet and Willie next to each other, did I?
Clip it.
That's too
William,
easy.
where on the calendar will thou be wet? Not thou. Will it be wet?
Ow.
Dear.
So I think that's probably the best time to wrap up. Fantastic night's racing. Brilliant to see so many people in chat and getting involved. A great little addition for the poll, Ben. Fantastic. That made it a little bit of fun for the second race. Another follower, Carlos Cadero. Good man. Thank you very much. But I've thoroughly enjoyed that. And we are back on Thursday. Adam, I think you're in the booth on Thursday, aren't you?
It's Rookies night. Of course I'm in the booth. Where else would I be?
So Adam will be in the booth for the rookies, and I'm sure he will have Jimbo and Alex Parkin for company. I will be on track in the Bentley, looking to finish as high up as I can. But I'm looking forward to that. So we're back live on Thursday for everyone who wants to come and join us. We are then, I think Sunday's the next one after that.
No, you're forgetting Friday. You get the
Friday.
pleasure of my presence on Friday. Adam, I can't remember who's joining me on Friday, but
you and Parkin. I think.
Yeah, that's right. So it's a 2.4 hour finale, isn't it? So
yeah, I'm going for the AM Championship with Willie Van Oosenen.
Well, your teammate's going for the AM Championship with your name also on the car.
And on that note, good night, everyone.
Yeah, thank you guys. Really enjoyed that tonight. We will see you. We will see you on Thursday, where Pegled's back where he belongs.
Love you too, Johnny.
See you later, guys. Thanks very much.
Thanks, everyone.
See you Thursday.